Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I am back to do another Ready, Set, Stash project. This is a collaboration, an open collaboration that's been introduced this month by Meg at Chasing Retro. A couple weeks ago, I bought this wallpaper book. It's huge. It's it's got to be 20 inches by I don't know, 15. It's huge, like a normal wallpaper book that we see in stores now. 1940, and I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought, oh, that's going to be so much fun. Not so much. A lot of very plain or textured or very subtle prints, not lots of glorious florals and that sort of thing. There's a few, but not that exciting. So one of the prompts for the Ready Set Stash was ephemera made with wallpaper. And I thought, okay, I haven't done anything with this book yet. I'm going to cut a few bits and pieces out. I might incorporate some of those matching borders that are in here, but yeah. So I'm afraid I can't open the book because it's just going to whack my camera. But I'll pull a few bits out, and then we'll come back and take a look at what I've chosen. All right, so I cut out some of these plainer ones. And decided to start by gluing the wallpaper onto some, this is wrapping paper for mailing. I just happen to have a scrap there. This is actually a wrapper from paper towels at my office, so that's a good scrap too. Just something to sort of solidify that. I mean, these are over 80 years old, so, got to treat them a little delicately. I pulled out this book, the Paris and Bloom book, and I tore out the flyleaf, and got a couple of things prepared here. So I put these through my Big Shot with This embossing folder. I tore the edge before I embossed it, because sometimes when you try to tear after it's embossed, it'll follow the edge of the image that's embossed, and that's not a look I'm going for. I also I'm thinking that I'm going to take some images out of this book. I have shown this book before. Let me show you the title one more time. It's Paris and Bloom by Georgiana Lane. And see if I don't see a date. Anyway, it has gorgeous pictures, and I'm thinking I might cut out a picture. Let's just flip through and see. Some of these pages would be amazing in a journal. I was thinking that one, but let's have a... These are blue. I think I'm going to stick with pinky peachy colors. Maybe that one. Look at those ribbons. Oh, I can break these threads. Just get my knife out. I can't remember where I got this book. Love it though. And it was not too long ago that I got it. Anyway, keep your eyes out for it. It's a good one. I think I'll go with that. So I just tore the end off. You can see there's some damage there from water. I think that's okay. I'm going to do a little mild inking, nothing too dramatic. Just touching that edge to give it a little depth. Hope everybody's doing well. I've been struggling with my mojo recently. I can't seem to sit down and do a journal. Well, the craft room is a sad, sad mess because I keep pulling stuff out and thinking, oh, I'm going to make this journal. And then it's like, meh. Okay. I'm just going to use this sanding sponge. Take some of that image off the side. I should probably bring this closer. Okay, so you can see right here in that side, it's taken it right down to the white paper core. Just to give it some distress, make it aged a little more old world. Whoop, and then I drop it on the floor. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this. Maybe. But I am going to get some scraps here. This is a bit from an old ledger. let's start with that. Oh my gosh, I haven't had the pin under this glue for days and days. I only cut these 6x3. I think I had some paper doily here. Yep, I like that. These were offcuts from a recent project. I can't remember what I made with them. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. Adding another piece of paper. I like that. I'm a topper. Let's see what I got in this. Got these little crochet pieces. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Also have these little ribbon. Maybe that could be too small. Let's try. Could be too small. What if I did two and then another one down here? It's awful pretty. Or I don't know what that is that I want that so badly. I think I'm going to put a ribbon on there. I haven't done that for a while. Let's just find a center. I think I'm just going to put a little hole. This is kind of hard to do on camera, but actually, there, that'll get it through the hole easy. If you're new to my channel, you are not aware that I am terrible at tying bows. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get my nozzle under there, put some glue so it won't come untied. Now, in order to prevent any fraying, I'm just going to run a little bead of glue right there. I like it. I like it, like it, like it. So there's our first tag. Let's do another one. This one, I have a tear ruler somewhere. There it is. So I make my own tear ruler out of a plastic ruler. I'm just going to overlap the edge a bit. Rough it up a bit. All right, this one I think I will put yeah. And I have a, there it is. I have an old hotel room key that I can use to trim out my corners. Just put that lid on. And oh, no, you. A little bit of dye, ink. I saw the word dye on the front, on the cover, and my brain registered dye. Now I wish I had inked the edge before I glued it down, but that's all right. Now, do I want to use this time? Why not? Now for my slow Fabri-Tac. Okay, I will be adding some stitches there. Now what I think I'm going to do is, I was going to do a texture paste stencil on there, but I think that one's too big. Let's look at something else. Just like that. I just had an idea that I might add a little scrap of this music paper. Ooh. That went crazy. All right. And my little palette knife. Oh, this is not the one I want. This is the clear one, the sparkle one. I need the white one. All right. I was able to get that open finally and find it. How did I want this? Oh, I wanted it upside down so it had the little twiggy thing. Let's go like that. Just fill in those two little flowers there. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Well, I've got the tools out, might as well do some more texture paste. I think I want this one. A little long. Better. yeah, I had to call a halt to proceedings this morning because I could not open my jar of texture paste. I had to wait until this evening, hoping Doug could get it open, but he couldn't get it open either. So what I did is I boiled some water and then poured a little water in a shallow dish, and then just put the lid in the hot water so that the hot water would expand the lid, and that worked. All right, the next one I want to use is this one that is Lorna Taylor's design, and it's actually, I believe, called Wallpaper. So I'm going to wallpaper some wallpaper. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Okay, I'm going to put you up there. And I'm going to do one more. This one, I'm going to use a different color this time. And I got this big rose. Just like that. I was thinking when I had that clear texture paste out this morning that maybe I should use some of the pink wallpaper and start some Christmas bits and pieces. I traditionally do a pink Christmas journal every year. Okay. Ooh, I like you. You look very sharp. Okay, I'll put that up to dry. Oh, let me pause so I can clean my tools. All right, I've grabbed out some napkins. I don't have a lot of napkins anymore. I got rid of a lot of them. And I only kept the ones I thought that I would actually use. I know a lot of people will use a wet brush to do the tearing, but good enough. Oh, I forgot to wipe off the desk. So I think I'm going to use this one on one of these peachy colored ones. going to use just glue stick. I'm not going to use decoupage medium. I'm watching a series on Apple TV with Jake Gyllenhaal in it. It's called Presumed Innocent. So both of us have got ideas of who's the killer. Lots of nudie bodies and things like that. So if that's not your cup of joe, then I wouldn't suggest you watch it. But see, I have a pencil mark here. Where's my eraser? Part of it. Just kind of crumpling this edge up a bit. And I'll just add the little cut corners. I was just thinking of when Doug and I got married 24 years ago. We hired people that we knew we hired a band that we knew. We didn't know everybody in the band, but we knew, well, one of them I went to high school with, and his little brother played with my little brother, so for sure I was aware of him. Anyway, their band name was Cutting Edge, but we always called them Cutting Corners. And I had wanted them to learn a new song for our first dance. And so I had to get the music for them and pay extra for them to do that. And then, lo and behold, after our wedding, we saw them at some venue, and they were still playing that song, so I feel kind of ripped off that I had to pay extra for a song that they used forever. Ah, well. I'm wondering if I want to add some more paper doily to this one. Or maybe I want to add a picture. And this can be sort of the background. Like that one. Let's give it a shot. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. This was just leftovers from something I made. I don't know. Here we go. Let's try this one. There we go. Maybe a word though. Let's see if I can find a word in this book. It's not a whole lot of words. I mean, no, I think I'm out of luck. I'm out of luck. I do like this picture here, and I've got some wallpaper. I have wallpaper that's yellow and I have wallpaper that's green. I think I'd like to try it on this green. The first thing I'm going to do is cover this with some paper. I will do that off camera. I just realized how long this video was going, so I finished everything up and I'll show you the final project. So this one I put some napkin on. This came from the spine of a book jacket. I ended up cutting the bottom off a little because I had too much blank space here, so maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch I cut off. And then I added a piece of crochet and a little piece of eyelet and stitched that down. This one, I wrapped a piece of crochet around it and stitched that down. And then I collaged an image, some lace, some book page, and a little piece from an old ledger. This one, of course, we did first. Oh, I haven't got a topper for that yet. There's that one. And then these last two, I put some old vintage seam binding through that top loop. And again, this one I put the seam binding through and it actually tore right through. So I did some collage, wrapped some paper around it to reinforce that. And then at the bottom, I added this little strip of layered up laces and a fussy cut of a butterfly. I do have a link to make these. This was one of the big book of idea projects. I'll try to remember to link that. And this one, I might want to put some gold paint on that. I'm not sure, but I'll leave it for now. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you thought this was interesting, and maybe it's inspired you to get out some old wallpaper that you've been hoarding and wondering how to use. Just cut it up into some rectangles and make tags. Take care of yourself. Come on back again soon. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.